Hello again, everyone. Jeff Piroozshad here with another bowling ball review video, and today we're going to take a look at the all-new MOTIV Golden Jackal. The MOTIV Golden Jackal uses the core from the Jackal Rising, but it places a pearl cover stock around it. Now, this is listed as a heavy oil ball. It's not a glass shiny pearl cover, as you can see from the picture here. It's got a little bit of bite and surface to it, so it's going to still read the patterns really well, but it's also going to give you the flip that you want out of a pearl cover. As you can see, this ball is drilled 50 by 5 1/8 by 60. The pin is actually in the middle finger. You can see my bowler stats in the comment section below if you are interested in my rev rate and ball speed and things like that. So I'm going to start off here playing to the right, more around the second arrow. And the Golden Jackal revved up really well. It read the pattern early enough where it reads, but it wasn't uncontrollable on the back end with the flip. And that's due to the surface being pearl, but also having a little bit of bite to it. So you kind of get the best of both worlds there. You get the flip that you need, but you still get some control because the ball is going to rev up a bit earlier. And it's going to read the lane sooner, which is important if you're playing on a higher volume or a heavier oil pattern. So as I'm playing here, I'm going to move in as I go a little bit to the left and to the left, and we'll do a couple of ball comparisons. You can kind of tell the difference between the Golden Jackal and some of the other balls in the line. So the thing that I like the most about the Golden Jackal is that it enables you to read the pattern in a lot of different ways, depending on how you drill the ball. And I'm going to have two Golden Jackals to show you today, so you can kind of see the difference of what I'm talking about. This Golden Jackal reads very smoothly on the back end. It still has some flip. As you can see, the carry's pretty good. But it's not an uncontrollable flip. As you can see, there's a lot of power there. You're going to get pins flying around. It reads the pattern early enough where it's going to come back when you miss right like that shot and still have the hitting power to take out those pesky corner pins most of the time, hopefully. Honestly, there's what was that, the third messenger in a row there. Didn't get the 7 out, but got the 10. So now as I'm moving left, this is just a typical house shot, and I didn't really break it down too much. So this is probably a bit early to be playing that deep and looping it that far right. So I said, okay, well, what if I play that deep, but don't loop it so much? What'll it do? And so I moved my break point just a little bit in. I think I only moved my target a board right, maybe a board and a half. And now the ball is doing just fine. So it's not that it can't handle the heavy oil. It can, but you have to kind of take advantage still of what the lane's giving you. If this was a broken down pattern, maybe your second game of the league where the right's starting to dry up, then you could bank it off of that. Here's a couple of shots with the Jackal Ghost, and you'll be able to tell the difference immediately. The Ghost reads the mid lane a lot sooner due to the duller and solid cover stock, but still gives you that flip that you want. But still, you can see it's hooking a little early and leaving a 9 pin. This ball I moved like 4 and 2 left, and it's still high flush. They left a 7-9 and got those out. So I'll throw one more with the Golden so you can kind of compare, and you can see the back end is very smooth, and it still gets that kick in the back, whereas the Ghost was a lot smoother. So here's the second Golden Jackal. This Golden Jackal is drilled with the pin above the middle finger. The distance from the PAP is still 5 1/8, but the angles are 60 by 5 1/8 by 35. I raised the pin and moved the mass bias closer to my thumb, and this is giving me a much flippier reaction. You'll be able to tell two things right off the bat. First is this ball flares a lot more than the other Golden Jackal, especially in the first 20, 30 feet. You can look at the logo as the ball's going down the lane. You can see the ball flaring. So it's going to give you more downlane reaction. The second thing you'll notice is this ball flips a lot more violently than the first one did. So as I mentioned before, you can kind of tailor the reaction to what you're looking for, and the ball takes well to that. It's still a heavier oil ball, but if you need to play more when you want to loop the ball a little more, maybe this is a drill pattern you use. If you want to play straight up and get a smoother reaction, maybe the pin a little lowers the reaction, the drill pattern that you use. You can see here that the Golden Jackal with the pin up, it really has more of a like, I would think, for playing. Here's the third arrow. It loves it here. So whereas my original, well, not original, but the first Golden Jackal with the pin in the middle finger, it wanted to play a little right more. This one wants to play a little left more. And it saves its energy a lot more because the pin is a little higher and the down lane reaction is more violent. Then eventually I'll move in, and again, this is on the 2 lanes of a pair. I use the pin lower Golden Jackal on the left lane, lane 21. You can see here this is lane 22, so both lanes were fresh for both balls. I didn't use one and then break it down for the other. Now I decided I'm going to move in a whole lot again and see what happens, and once again I loop it too far to the right, so I'm going to say, well, let's try maybe not getting it so far right. And you can see the difference between this one and the other one is it gets down to around that same spot, but this one is still, it's a lot flippier. It's revving early, so it's reading that back end, but it's coming in with a more violent angle, as you can see, taking out the 10 pin on that shot. I think on this one we're going to have a good flush pocket hit, and the ball reads really well from playing deeper. You shouldn't be afraid, even though it's a big hooking ball, that it's going to run out of energy. It has a lot of energy. So let's compare this one to the Villain Scorn. Now, the Villain Scorn has a higher RG. So you can see, if you look at the label, the logo on the ball, it's loping down the lane more. It's not revving as early, but it's going to save its energy more, so the back end flip is going to be a little more violent. And that's kind of where you can tailor these two balls. If you want one to complement the other. If you've got a little higher volume, you use the Golden Jackal because it's going to rev up a little sooner. If you want the ball to get down the lane further, try the Villain Scorn. You won't lose any entry angle. You may even get a little more for a little drier pattern. So here's a final shot with the Golden Jackal to compare it to the Villain Scorn. Thank you very much, MOTIV Bowling, for your support. And if you like this video and you want to see more, please hit that subscribe button and that like button to be notified of when future videos are shown. Thank you very much, guys. Until next time.